Right, okay, now, this is Las Vegas, the so-called shooting, okay. Now then, I put 2 videos up on this, clips of this footage, and I said at the time that they would be taken down. And guess what? Yep. I didn't need a crystal ball. They were taken down. And indeed, like other videos that I've posted, under, or with rather, the excuse that it's too violent. Right, so I've put in an appeal, as you do, to YouTube, for YouTube to take down all their news videos, every single one, because they're too violent. Because all I've done is presented the news footage, not doctored it, not added to it, not done nothing to it. Just gave a commentary, which wasn't violent. So, if YouTube, if you wish to take this one down, then you're breaking your own guidelines. Because you've allowed this to be put up. You've allowed every other so-called terrorist act to be put up. Which somebody through you is claiming is violent. Well, take the buggers down then. Take all the picking news down. Huh? Otherwise, again, you're breaking your own guidelines. Huh? Well now, let's have a look at this footage again. Okay, the band's playing on. Nobody's moving. Band's not moving. Nobody's concerned. Now then, what just happened? Apart from the fact nobody's moving, nobody's panicking, nobody's screaming, nobody's doing anything, just wondering what the noise is about. There's no bullets shooting into the crowd, okay? Also, would they be dispersed and screaming? Ah! But something else has happened here. The sound of the bullets finished when the sound of the players finished. See? Okay. Isn't that strange? Isn't that very strange? Why didn't the bullets continue? Because it was coming from the pigging sound system. The band couldn't carry on, they just buggered off. People are still standing here. Except one woman saying, stay down. Yeah. Now the camera goes down, it's all fuzzy as per usual. Now then, let's try 4:39 if we can find it. Okay. 24. Let's go from 30.
Run, go, get the fuck out! Somebody is tapped into the sound system. There's no hits. Nowhere. It's a sound system.
Okay. I haven't doctored this. This is on freely to be viewed on YouTube, having been thrown over the TV and wherever else. And this footage is taken from Las Vegas shooting, horrifying footage caught on camera. Okay, I'll say it again. Las Vegas shooting, horrifying footage caught on camera. The beginning of it destroys any semblance of this being real. This piece here equally. And what is happening naturally is there are stewards here paid, I call them stewards, because they're stewarding, herding the sheep, telling the sheep to panic.
Run, go,
see?
go, get the fuck out!
Beforehand, you see, they've all been big in doing this. We're just cutting on a clip there as they presented the clip. But the people have been shouted at, and mass hysteria has taken place, except for those who are more mature in their understanding, like this fella. Not like him sucking his pig in fun. Hey? Well, I'm very chilled out and very manly with this head. But I mean, he's the guy. And those sitting around him, listening to what he's saying, because they can't see anything going off. They can't see people falling. They can't see bullets coming through the air. They can't hear ricochets. They can't see the flash of any gun from anywhere. Nothing's going on, and they're picking wondering, and he's answering them. He's answering the question, what the hell is going on?
Somebody was tapped into the sound system. There's no hits. Nowhere. It's a sound system. You go this way now. Wait, go this way.
See?
The wording ain't gonna solve it.
See, and he says, oh, they're going to try and solve it right now. You see these bits of kids here who think they really think there's something. They put these big videos up of themselves, think they're so macho, and yet the first signs of people shouting at them, they go to pieces. Yeah. You know, fellas coming along with yellow jackets or some kind of uniform, which that is, of course, with steward on or security. These bits of so-called men on the YouTube who know all things and everything that is possible to know, they go to pieces. They absolutely go to pieces. They're vulnerable because they've not matured in their understanding and become solid characters, solid men and women. Age has nothing to do with it. The solidity of a person is how they have managed to carry themselves through life with reasonable, right understanding, having a mature growing and into a mature understanding, so that as they view the world, they have a right perspective of the world. They know what this wicked world is all about and are able to inform others who go around like lost sheep. Oh, they'll never be thanked for it, but they go around in any case to the lost sheep and tell them, knowing that they'll never get thanked. But this guy here is told it all. Now, as we began, what are you going to do about this, YouTube? Are you going to heed my comment that I took it from your site, that it is a news item, and therefore you must abide by the guidelines and ban this news item, as with every other news item, because all the news items are terrifying, upsetting, violent. Now, I know you listen to these things, to the comments of us who put in objections to certain videos, because the certain videos shouldn't actually be on there, full stop. And certain persons who shouldn't be on there. So we put the complaint in, and you either accept or reject us. So what are you going to do here? Because you've set the example that you listen to us. So therefore you must be listening to us. And you must have listened to my appeal. And yet you still ban me. Well, I don't care. I personally don't care. What I do care about is being fair. Fair and honest and upright. Now, whilst addition to it is following the guidelines of YouTube, which are reasonable guidelines. And it is a reasonable site. A very good site. Very popular site. A very expressive site. The things that you allow on it are amazing. But when we point the finger at an event where the pivotal event comes to pieces, you want to ban us. Take it down. And again, by doing so, you ban freedom of speech, reasonableness. You've objected to your own footage and to the news footage that you've allowed up. So basically you're discriminating, which again is against your guidelines. You're discriminating on the grounds of truth. That truth shouldn't be known, except where you and others feel it won't take an offence. Won't be an offence. It's just academic truth that's been spoken. But when we come to this, and we've got the whole kernel of truth with one man, that is objected to, and it shouldn't be. Freedom of speech, as you well know, should be reasonable and courteous, thoughtful, reasoned out and spoken. Have we done, or anybody else for that matter, has been reasonable, have we done any offence? No. The offence is on the other side with the news, because that's whom you are condemning. Because you're saying that this footage is too violent. Well, this is a piggy news footage. As again and again, take all your news footage down. And I tell you what, if you were fair-minded, a good, just weight and balance, none of this nonsense that is being preached to us from the pulpits of the media and of the government about lone gunmen and terrorists, they wouldn't appear on YouTube. So it wouldn't be prospering the lies and deceit that we, having sat down, looked at the footage, have pointed out. And we can be doing nothing more but being reasonable, adult about this. And unfortunately, people are not being adult over this, and therefore they will take down these videos. That's not adult. That's not adult at all. That's not manly. That's not what a grown-up would do. But YouTube, being an independent corporation, organisation, can do as it pleases. But we, for our part, will point out that you are breaking the guidelines. That is therefore hypocrisy, dishonesty, deceitfulness. You shouldn't be involved. Nobody should be involved in that except criminals. That's their field of employment, their field of work. It's not ours. Alright? Let this chap say it once more. Now, because you've not allowed us to upload this on the William Tyndale site, we've chosen another site, Molly Malone. Okay, let's have him again, sorry.
Letting us tapped into the sound system. There's no hits. Nowhere. It's a sound system. They go this way.
See, bits of kids here,
Go this way.
pretending.
The running ain't gonna solve it.
Sound system. Lovely. Well, there you go. It just might mean that, ladies and gentlemen, that we're going to have to put up our own website. As soon as I get 5 minutes, I shall go and pay somebody to go and put me a website together so that we don't get all this clowning around all the time. This stopping the freedom of speech, the freedom for truth to go forth against the lies that are freely allowed to go forth by governments and the media, by dishonest people, criminals. That's all they are. But we shall never, never be silenced. Why should we? Society needs persons to stand up and tell the truth and be men and to be women. And if we are such, we find ourselves as such, then we are obliged to stand up to these thugs, liars, murderers of the truth, deceitful men and women who've sold their soul to the devil, done of Philip Marlowe, and they cannot, as Philip Marlowe tried, to turn back the hands of time. He'd made a bargain with darkness of lies, and eventually the midnight hour came, as it does, and the man was dragged, screaming, out of this world. In fact, Marlowe himself, we're talking, about Dr. Faustus. Marlowe's Dr. Faustus was taken screaming out of the world, with him having sold his soul to darkness, abject darkness. But it was a strange thing that sometime after, as Marlowe was coming out of an inn, he got stabbed to death. Isn't that very strange? He was only a young man. Oh well, let's see if this one gets taken down. But as I say, we'll eventually, when I get 5 minutes, go and search out somebody to build me a website, and that should get round things. Where's she gone? Oh, she's gone to turn the lights on. Yeah, Molly's gone and put some pigging festive lights up outside. Oh, good gracious. That's why the jumbo jet the other night come close to landing down this pigging place until he saw the plastic Christmas tree. And what was it, Molly? No, she's out there. Till the call came over the airplane controls. Plastic tree ahead, pull up, plastic tree ahead. He managed to pull up just in time. Oh well. Bye from the nut house by the sound of it. Can we... Oh, what are you doing? Ah! Right, I see. She's fallen down in a puddle of water. Bye.